Welcome to another episode of the Swoop Shoes Podcast, episode number 67. Yes, number 67 of the Swoop Shoes Podcast, and the whole gang is back. We got myself, EricL. Also, we got Ernest, aka everyone's coach, I guess. Armani, aka anyone but Boston, but I don't know about that. And we got Josh, aka 15 Forever. So for tonight, we're going to discuss the NBA Finals, the first two games. Boston winning in dominant fashion game one. Game two, the Mavs had their chance to steal game two, but Celtics in the last 5 minutes win game two. So they're up 2-0, and they're halfway to title number 18. So let's see what the Mavs do come tomorrow night for game 3 in Dallas as the series shifts back to Dallas. Also, we're going to talk about NBA offseason news. As y'all know, through the whole media circuit, Lakers, Danny Hurley decided to go back to UConn. Now the Lakers are still searching, quote unquote, for their coach. Coming down to former Charlotte Hornets coach James Borrego and ESPN JJ Redick. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks as we near the end of the NBA season and head towards the draft. Also, we'll discuss some WNBA news. There's a lot of talk about the women's basketball team being announced, but no Caitlin Clark. We'll discuss that further in the episode. So, but to start it off, we're going to start discussing the NBA Finals. First two games in Boston, Celtics held serve. Porzingis made his comeback in game one. 20 points off the bench. Blew out the Mavericks in game one. Luka and Kyrie didn't show up. Jaylen Brown had a big game on game one. The fact that Jason Tatum only had 20 points, didn't dominate, but still the Celtics won in dominant fashion. As they've been doing all year long. That was their game one blowout win. That was their seventh win over 20 plus, winning over 20 plus points. So they've been doing that all year long, all playoffs long. Advanced to Sunday, game two. Back and forth game. A little bit better showing for Luka Doncic, but Kyrie Irving needing a little bit more help from them. Also, PJ Washington and the rest of the crew, they need to step up a little bit more. As far as the Celtics, Jaylen Brown, another big game. Jason Tatum showed up. But also, we had another injury scare for Kristaps Porzingis. It was just announced earlier today that he has a knee injury and is questionable day-to-day for game 3.
I thought you were going to say the whole injury. I thought you were about to read it all out, man.
I never heard of this injury ever. Well, but they also did say it's extremely rare.
Extremely rare injury he had.
And he's day-to-day.
He's day-to-day for the rest of the series. So they're plus 25 when he's on the floor, and they're even when he's on the bench. So this series can swing mildly. So who knows what's going to happen tomorrow in Dallas? But all we know is this: Kyrie Irving needs to show up. The first two games in Boston, he did not look good for some odd reason. But then again, Celtics, you got the Jaylen Brown, also Derek White, also you had Tatum. So we had that type of size and defense, along with Drew Holiday, who I think is the odds-on favorite to win MVP of the finals. You're gonna have your struggles, but as a superstar
you
that
said
Kyrie
Drew?
Irving is,
You said Drew Holiday?
I think Drew Holiday is the odds-on favorite to win MVP.
Wow.
over Jaylen Brown. We have that when you pull that type of defense on Kyrie Irving, and the only guy who's basically making plays and putting up buckets is Luka Doncic, and no one else is contributing. That's what you're gonna get. So the Mavs got to figure it out. They got to figure out if they want to take the ball off of Kyrie and Luka's hands, because they're gonna have to, I think. Like playmaker through PJ Washington. And even might even call on Tim Hardaway Jr. to start getting some playing time. I know, but
whoa.
if Jason Kidd wants to like,
if you got to rely on Tim Hardaway Jr. to win the game, you are cooked. Like if you're like I get it, I understand. I get it, and it could be a shot in the dark, and something could spark, right? But if you have to resort to that at this point of the season, Dallas has to do a better job defending the ball and not turning over the ball. That's the biggest issue. Aside from, yes, Kyrie Irving needs to be more aggressive, or figure out a way, because they are being physical with him, and just Boston's size is just giving him fits. And if you look at what OKC did, like it's reminiscent of what they did in that series.
The series that he averaged 15 in, yeah. I just want to add on, because you talked about defense, and I know, as a basketball community, we tend to look at, Luka, the triple-double last game, he's the only one scoring this, that, and the third. It's not his fault, but I'm noticing in the first two games, and look, I'm not saying he should be perfect or anything, but his defense has been so abysmal that is affecting the Mavs defense. And the Mavs defense isn't bad, but when you are just playing Ole defense, not getting back to your man, not hustling to rotate, it affects the defense. And I think that's the one thing with Luka. Like these games, like especially game 2, like the defense obviously was good enough for y'all to win that game. But when you have some of those lapses from Luka, where Tatum finds himself, Luka's guarding me, or Brown, Luka's guarding me, Derek White, Luka's guarding me, they attacking him relentlessly because they know what he's going to give up on defense. And I think Luka needs to get back into that gear where he was kind of playing defense. Like you gave effort a little bit. I know you might be hurt, but like I said, you're on the floor. If you're on the floor, there's no excuses. You got to give some type of effort and play some type of defense. And maybe some of these stuff affects the game. Because when you, the superstar, the leader of the team, is doing something when people know you're hurt, they're going to give extra effort. The other guys. So it's like, Luka, you got to be better than that. You can't have that Ole defense mentality that I saw in the first 2 games.
I just believe, so a lot of observations to take from just these 2 games. Josh, from your point about Luka not playing defense, I feel that he feels that his team isn't giving him anything, so he's like kind of doing a LeBron thing. You know what I mean? Like, saving all his energy on the offensive end. And Boston knows that because what transpired the past 2 games, and they're gonna attack him on defense, knowing that he'll give it up. And then Ernest, you also made it a point how it's been challenging for the Dallas Mavericks supporting cast to kind of get anything because it's been tough. Like I see the stat that Luka Doncic is the only player on this team that has multiple threes. Everybody got one or none. And I just think that's an insane stat because coming off that series against the Timberwolves, they was rolling. PJ Tucker, Derrick Jones Jr., they was hitting them corner threes. Jada Hardy coming off the bench, Josh Green hitting threes. Kyrie, everybody's in the flow, everybody's in rhythm. But I think what Boston is really doing is they're letting Luka do everything. They're willingly letting him doing everything because he's gonna get his and just shutting off the water for everybody else. Like the one of the most pivotal weapons that the Dallas Mavericks has in the arsenal is the lob, and they even shutting that off. And what we're seeing from the Boston Celtics is that, and Drew Holiday even said it, that everybody on this team could guard. Even the white dudes can guard. Everybody's showing that effort. No, seriously. Payton
He had to say that.
But look at what's going on though. Sam Hauser, Payton Pritchard, like Derek White. Derek White's going to give you that toughness on the defensive end. Everybody is legit playing defense, and also I believe the reason why the Mavericks is having trouble, and this was like even my prediction going into this playoff series, is Dallas don't have anybody they can hunt, and no matter who's on the court. And Josh, we spoke about this the other night too.
Said it.
They who they gonna hunt? So like in the previous series, right? You get that switch Rudy Gobert.
Mike Conley.
You're right. You can go at them dudes, but the thing about this team is the scoring is so well balanced, and obviously we've seen that because Tatum's been struggling. Tatum is shooting like 35% from the field. Tatum just almost gave us a triple-double last game. The scoring is so balanced that Boston doesn't feel like, all right, our best player got to give it all on defense and give it all on offense, because it's a well-balanced effort. Derek White could come through and hit a couple shots. Drew Holiday last game had 26. Jaylen Brown had 20. So that's why when Eric said that Drew Holiday could possibly win Finals MVP, it was like it's an eye opener, because it's like, damn, like really usually the so-called best player on the team usually wins the Finals MVP. But I don't know. This could possibly go three ways: Drew, Jaylen, or someone even make the case for Tatum. But I think
he's a big game three.
Right.
Big game three and a win.
Absolutely. A big game 3 and a win. Big game 3 and a win to possibly have a spot in that conversation. But with Dallas, they can't hunt nobody. You can't hunt. Well, you can't hunt Porzingis, can't hunt Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Drew, Horford. You can't hunt, because then you start, Luka does this thing that LeBron does. Start fishing for the switch. And when you get different guys on you, like it's like, all right,
But the issue for me with Dallas's offense is because they can't hunt, right? It's becoming this heavy ISO type of basketball.
Yeah, exactly. It's premeditated.
And you're not making Boston's defense work.
Move.
Put in some actions. Have some off-ball screens. Run some pin downs. Make people have the defense head on a swivel, because when the ball's just in front of you and it's just going east to west and not north south, that's easy. I can guard that.
And then the same could be said for the Boston Celtics, because they ain't doing that crazy either. They just breaking down the defender, because like Josh said, Luka playing some horrible defense. They just getting right past them. You help, you drive, you kick. That's all. That's all Boston game plan this entire year. That's been their game plan this entire year. And now it's like these dudes getting cooked on the perimeter, and that's what we're resorting to. They're not doing anything extra out of the ordinary. They just breaking down the defense, driving and kicking, hitting threes. That's it. That's really it.
And I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna wait to slander Mr. Heller, because this is how it works. If I slander him tonight, he's gonna have 50 tomorrow. So I'm gonna wait.
Please do it, bro.
No. So I'm gonna wait.
No. As a basketball fan, I want a competitive series, because I'm sitting and watching game 1, and I remember when the Celtics was up 27 in the first half. I stopped to myself and I was like, yo, I missed the 2016 NBA Finals, man. I missed that, bro. Just the competitiveness. And I know like that series in particular, and I hate to go off topic, but those games where like in terms of the score, wasn't that close. It wasn't. It was like a lot of lopsided victories. But this game is just like the Mavericks don't have no answers for what the Celtics is doing. None. They're making life difficult because, like Ernest said, their defense is so ISO heavy. Boston don't gotta move much on defense. They can lock in on one person, and that's it. There's no competitive behind that.
This team, it reminds me of two finals teams that I've seen. It reminds me of this Dallas team so far, and hopefully probably it's not like this in Game 3 because I think they coming out guns blazing Game 3, but the hot shooting just automatically stopped. It reminds me of the Miami Heat last year. When they got to the finals, that hot shooting completely stopped. Like we had guys, Derrick Jones hitting, like we was looking at like, how is Derrick Jones hitting all this from three? PJ Washington, he's a good 3-point shooter, but he was lights out.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like so, is resemblance of that and the Cleveland team that went against the Spurs, LeBron first finals. This is what it reminded me of. Those two teams, it's like combined. It's just like
LeBron even have a good series, like percentage wise.
I remember the gameplay in that series was on every screen, go under on LeBron. Go under. He didn't have a good jump shot, so it was go under. Yeah, shoot, you can shoot all the threes you want to.
And I saw something interesting. And you know what? I'm gonna save it because, like I said, I don't want to go to the Kyrie stuff, and then he just has 50.
Come on, bro.
Tomorrow, but
whatever, man.
Just know I'm watching, Mr. Hella. You gotta get over your little shenanigans with Boston. I don't know what they got over you, but it's pretty bad. Like you gotta get over it, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Keeping it light.
Moving on.
So let me just ask y'all real quick. Do y'all think Dallas can, I don't know, tie this up? Do y'all think is there still hope for Dallas?
There's hope as long as Luka. As long as Luka's on the court, it's still hope because Luka is that good to at least get a game. In that game,
I agree with that. They'll get a game.
Fair.
It's a 5-game series.
But the series is not over until
they say the
home team loses.
Yes, absolutely.
And if that's tomorrow, curtains. We don't even gotta.
I mean, I'm just saying now they gotta win 4 out of 5 games right now.
And I just want to be. This is the other thing I want to say. It's scary for the Mavs, and they better hope that Boston is still on this little teetery thing that they playing with. Boston hasn't had a good game in the first 2 games, even though Boston was smoking them in game 1. They shot 32% from 3. Yeah. That is bad for a Boston team.
Yeah.
Tatum hasn't had a good game yet.
Yeah.
This is scary stuff that they won 2 games, especially game 2. Bad shooting. Tatum hasn't had a good game yet.
Yeah.
What is going on? Yep. That's a little scary to me. If I'm Mavs or a Mavs fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much curtains.
Bro, Boston's gonna have 1 game in the series that they shoot 45-50%. You're like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah,
lights out from 3.
That hasn't happened.
All I'm gonna say is,
and what's crazy, as you said, like usually Boston has like a stinker or 2.
That was last game.
Yeah.
Like almost every team, aside from because the first round they swept. Who did they beat in the first round?
They beat the Heat.
Yeah, they beat the Heat in 5.
But like again,
Bam had a crazy game.
Every series though, but
they shot like some record breaking like 3-pointers, something like that.
Yeah.
But every series they've had a dud. And
the Mitchell game.
The opposing team was able to capitalize and win a game.
Maybe like that's game 3 for them.
Aside from the Pacers, but the Pacers could have, if Halliburton wasn't hurt, could have probably took 2 games from them.
Twice.
Well, I mean, you can say that for the Cavs too, because Donovan Mitchell didn't play past game 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's
AD could have took game
Dallas-
1 and game 3. I think.
yeah, game 1 and game 3.
Game 1 and game 3.
Yep.
Dallas got to figure it out,
Game 1
man,
and game
because
3.
these other teams were able to do it. Like, and they ain't have a Luka
Yeah.
and Kyrie on their squad, bro.
Damn it, Ant-Man.
And Luka 6 points or 8 points in the second half.
Yeah, that was wild, man.
Like
that
I said,
was wild.
you already have enough on your plate. I'm not trying to hammer in on you. Pause.
Hey, no
But-
Diddy. Come on, son.
I said pause.
Come on,
But
son.
stuff like that, you know, this is what I talk about. Like, some superstars get treated unfairly. If that was Braun, if that was anybody else, 8 points in the second half, like, everybody would be like, what?
Yeah.
Instead, we talking about, I hear Stephen A talking about, oh, Tim Hardaway needs to step up. What?
Yeah.
That's why I
What are
said,
we
like,
talking
bro,
about?
What?
Yeah.
What are we like? Stephen A really said that. They passed over Kyrie.
He ain't
passed
watching.
over the 8 points in the,
He ain't
in the
watching.
He
second
don't watch those
half.
games.
He ain't
He don't
watching.
even watch those games.
He's not watching them, bro.
He ain't
It's just
watching.
Happening.
fine. Like,
So-
it's just not.
It's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as we move on into the NBA offseason, actually, yeah, let's stick with the NBA. We're gonna, because I have some thoughts on the WNBA I want to get into. But
Same.
as we get into the offseason, there's a lot of things happening. In particular, our team.
Who want to be the coach? You want to be the coach? Josh, you want to be the coach? Eric, you want to be the coach? Ernest, you want to be the coach? Who want to be the coach?
So, as of Thursday,
Bring back Phil Jackson.
we're gonna talk about the nepotism
Rambus.
and
Listen, man, John Sally said some true stuff about Braun. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
big
Yep.
true, man.
But
yeah, he's never in the system. He was never in the system.
yeah.
And he's never had like a top coach. He just never had.
Yep.
Nope.
And
Aside
then of
from
course
Ty
there's gonna
Lue.
be there's gonna be some I can't say it on the show, but the Braun, the last part of it starts with an S. It was like, oh well, he still did it. He still won 4. Fair. But
Could've
we're
won
not
more.
saying that. Exactly.
Mhm.
won more.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
For sure. I'm not gonna say what Rashad McCann said. He said
And when you
something.
think about you think about how he
Oh,
lost.
the
He
Reggie
lost
Miller
the,
thing.
he lost the
Yeah.
systems. He lost the systems. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So as you know, the Lakers still don't have a head coach. Draft is 2 weeks away.
when you put it in that perspective,
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm like, damn, yeah, exactly.
Think about it.
No, it's
Exactly.
June 11th. Oh,
Exactly.
The draft
Yes.
is 2 weeks away,
Oh.
and we don't have a head coach.
You got draft, free agency, and then right after summer
Gotta
league.
ask a question. You want,
So
is this about the question I asked earlier? Want me to ask it, then you go on with you?
hold on, let me do the, and then I'll hand it off.
Okay.
So, up until this point, or up before we get into the point, but up until Thursday, James Borrego.
Oh, money was shaking into that James Borrego.
JJ
No,
Redick.
it's not him. It's just that how we're here. We're
Yeah.
here. It's June 11th, 2 weeks
JJ
before the draft. Before Ernest said, and we don't have a head coach. That's just running through my head.
Somehow,
Right now.
you know what I just noticed? Somebody move your head.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. The Los Angeles Mavericks, man. Look at the title. Anybody but Boston.
He
Come
had
on.
the T-Wolves the
Yeah, the
last one.
T-Wolves.
Yeah. Ant-Man, bro. I'm sorry to get off time, but bro, you had us. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to Ant-Man. I just hated the way they went out. I hated the way they went out, bro.
Nice and super bright. Nice and super bright.
We was all high on them. And then Angel texted me the other day. He said, bro, what happened? I said, bro, all of us picked the Wolves to win.
Blame Rudy Gobert. That's it. That's all. That's how I just chalk it up to. I just chalk it up to Rudy.
Man.
But let's run back that tape. I said, "Yo, don't sleep on the Mavs. Even though I'm picking the Timberwolves, man." I said that Rudy Gobert and caught in the ISO. I don't know, man. They go play him out that series.
Ooh. Yeah, they got some questions. We'll talk about that after.
Go ahead.
So James Borrego, JJ Redick, Sam Cassell's name was thrown in there as well. Shams Charania of The Athletic came out and said on Wednesday that the Lakers are zeroing in on JJ Redick as the head coach, which I predicted, and I was just like, it just lines up. It makes sense. I've already bought into the concept of what JJ can bring. I understand the rookie stuff and like the jokes of a podcaster as the head coach and him being a mouthpiece for LeBron and all that crap, whatever. But I genuinely believe that at the very least, JJ knows basketball and he's able to talk the game with the players. That's enough competence to make sure something shake out on the floor and to get some good production. I was open to the idea. And then Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, you get a shocker of the Lakers and Dan Hurley
on the day of the finals
are meeting game one of the finals at that are potentially in talks for him to be the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, at first, I'm like, hold on. I like where they're going with this. This is very intriguing to me. If any franchise can get Dan Hurley right now, the Lakers can. Like, it's just for where they at, who they have, for a coach to roll in, a high profile coach like that with some high profile players, okay, and the 5-6 year 10 plan that they have, whatever. And as the weekend waned on, I started to sit back and do some digging and do some thinking on this whole scenario. And then things just didn't add up to me quite right. Especially finding out that Dan was in contract negotiations also with UConn, and to get a new deal. So to me, I feel like this was, I'm not going to say the whole report is untrue, but I will say I do think what was reported may have been a reach and or leverage play, because it just didn't add up to what, it just didn't make sense to me. It just didn't make sense. Like, Woj reported that Dan was the Lakers' #1 target as soon as they fired Darvin Ham. They fired Darvin Ham in April, if I'm not mistaken. Dan Hurley's season ended in April after winning a national championship. So I'm like, hold on. If I'm hiring someone, because I've been in positions where I'm hiring a talent, and if this is the person that I want, I am not waiting X amount of time to speak to this person for the first time 2 months later. And then the whole time there was another person that was the leading candidate the whole time. It just didn't make sense. So listen, it is what it is. The media is going to have their fun. Fans are going to get riled up because, that's what the timeline does on Twitter or X, whatever. But what also bothers me is the process of what the Lakers front office is doing. Because if you, as an organization, cannot sniff out or figure out that this person was really interested in this job and wanted the job, why are you pursuing him to begin with and having it leak out to the masses that way?
Right.
Because Rob Pelinka, I know you're very close with Agent Wojnarowski. I know that. And that's a problem within itself. But, like, it doesn't make sense to me because it's like if you really thought you had a chance to sign this guy, one, why did you wait 2 months to have a meeting, sit down and talk? And then two, before you even had the meeting with him, have a feel-out session. What's going on? Check in with his people, his camp. See what the vibe is like. And then make your assessment down the road. Now, you have reports out there saying now JJ Redick may feel slighted, supposedly, which I think
that's what it feels like.
But I'm gonna tell you why I think it's capped too. Because at the end of the day, JJ Redick would understand too. And
I think it
was available, and JJ Redick would understand. Like he would do the same thing too. So this whole notion of JJ Redick, I think that's a total 100%, 1,000% lie. That JJ felt slighted. Yeah. I would understand. Excuse me. I would understand, but I don't think he felt slighted in the slightest. Pardon me. I just the Laker organization needs to figure out who the hierarchy is, and understandably so, they like adapt with the time.
Yeah,
Genie, you cannot operate as a mom and pop business anymore.
Yeah,
you just can't. That's just not the way. That's just not the way the NBA is starting to move.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect segue because what we before we went live, we had a little conversation about it. I think if Josh is still here, that was the perfect way to segue his question. I think, but he's not right here at the moment. But I guess I'll ask the question: how did he say it? Do you feel like us as a franchise that the Los Angeles Lakers are losing our lore, like our pull?
Like in the NBA.
Yes, yeah.
Because there's some rumblings about how executives are questioning the Lakers' finances after offering Dan Hurley $70 million. After it was reported that they was going to give $100 million, this and that. So like, I don't know, but also we got to take into context the new NBA money that's coming in with the CBA.
Yeah.
Also, you got the new TV money coming in, and on top of that, you got potential new owners or potential new investors want to come in and start owning these teams, these franchises, and it's going up, and the value of the franchise is going up and up and up by billions and billions of dollars. So I think they might have to start how do I say, like renewing or not going in a different direction, but
let me
take a look around of what's happening in the economics of the NBA.
Let me deep dive a little bit more. We're in an age right now of marketing and entertainment where it's obtainable instantly. You don't need a backing. Don't listen. You don't need. Everyone could use a backing for sure. But in this day and age, with the social media reach, if I'm a star player or a fringe star, all-star, superstar, social media will do the work for me for my branding. If I have the proper team around me and the right PR team, whatever the case may be. I don't need the lore of a legacy franchise anymore. Cowboys, Lakers, Knicks, Yankees. Like, so don't get me wrong. The spark is still there. Like, that spark is still there.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily need to feel the pressure of I got to go to this franchise to solidify my legacy. Because if I win here, I'm set.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Social media has taken such a large scale where I can build my own, world of marketing entertainment for myself without the backing of a Laker franchise.
Do you also feel that the past the past 6 NBA champions are all different? Do you feel that plays a part into it?
Oh, of course, but again, like I don't think of it as this. I am a star. I can go to play OKC.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And not have the media scope, the scrutiny.
It's like how they did Paul George when he was in Indy.
Like I can be celebrated and be cool with that.
Yeah.
My team may not be great. I might not be winning as much. Don't get me wrong. Eventually that'll catch up to you, right? Like it does, right? But I don't have to have this pressure of like, man, I got to go to this historic franchise to put myself out there. And then on top of that too, the Lakers have to understand we like I love Magic. I love Kareem. I love Mikan. Worthy, Showtime. That set the plane for us. Yeah. But at the end of the day, times have moved on. Like it's just we have to get to a point where competency is important. You have to have people in place. You have like the
what
fact
have you done for me lately?
Listen, the Lakers don't have an issue paying players like stars. They have an issue paying some players, Alex Caruso, but they don't have an issue paying stars. And which is kind of oxymoronic to me because that has a cap, and you go over a cap, there's penalties for that. Front office coaching, there's no cap for that. You should be spending top dollar to get the best of the best in those positions to make sure that you're successful.
Yep.
Jeannie, you gotta stop leading with emotion. That's her problem.
Yep.
She is too tied to these relationships. She leads with emotion and she makes or lack thereof makes because it's emotionally attached. No GM, and I'm sorry. Yep. You've gone through 3 head coaches, brother. 3. Yep. You made questionable decisions. Questionable
and 7 since Phil Jackson.
You've made questionable roster decisions. Think about this. You decided not to pay Alex Caruso. Let him walk for nothing after he said he will take less to pay Taylor Horton Tucker, then to trade Taylor Horton Tucker for Patrick Beverly to pair him up with Russell Westbrook and think that was going to work. I'm sorry, bro.
Yo, time out, Ernest. Time out. You stole my whole flow. Oh, word for word.
Word for word, Bob.
And we didn't even talk about it. We didn't even speak about it. Did we speak about it? We didn't even talk about this, did we?
Link up.
Armani,
that about
I
Sean Marks for years.
Armani, like I don't want you to take this any type of way.
No.
But and I love Kobe to death. But the reason why Jeannie's holding on to Rob Pelinka is because of that.
Yep.
That connection.
Yep. And it is very important you say that because like even before Rob gets into the seat, right? Look who we had as coach in that last Kobe year and after Kobe.
So
Byron Scott,
and Luke
Walton. Come on.
And who were they? Ex-Lakers.
Ex-Lakers.
Exactly. And then who we had.
And then hold on, wait. Before we even get to Dirty Frankie V, before we get to him, the reason why, one of the reasons why Magic was like, I'm out of here, because supposedly, wink, wink, Jeannie was so tied to Luke Walton and not wanting to get rid of him.
Yep.
He was like, so what am I here for?
Yep.
Then you got Pelinka, supposedly, wink, wink, talking about me behind my back. Again, all of this is not on her, but sorry, you are the owner. The buck stops with you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, she has to realize I cannot operate in this space off emotion and personal ties. because they are my friends. And these are people that I grew up with the Laker fan base, and they grew up with the organization, and we ran like a mom and pop, so we're a family.
Yeah.
That shit don't work in business anymore. I'm sorry.
It's true. That is true.
It does not. So say what you want to say about LeBron. What were we before LeBron got here?
Yep.
Who orchestrated the AD trade? Don't
Great
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Rob was the one who was able to make it work. But we know that was a clutch. We know that was a clutch move. We know that. When we look at year after year, and half the roster is clutch clients. That is not by mistake.
Yeah.
That is not by mistake.
Yep.
And out of the 5 years LeBron's been here, 5 years, up until last year, it's been constant back and forth between the Lakers and CAA. I wonder why. Because Clutch had an issue with CAA. I'm just saying, like, at some point it gets embarrassing and it gets annoying where we're sitting here like, yo, who's running this? When Frank Vogel was the coach, we had a report come out that Kirk Rambis was in the coaches meetings dictating freaking lineups and rotations. Like what? How is that okay?
It's too many hands in the pot. It's too many hands in the pot.
But the reason is because it's my friend.
Yeah.
Don't get me started with the Adam Levine stuff that I know.
Like, you know that's so funny because I'm gonna take a page from Josh's book of KD not holding people accountable. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. Like,
bro,
because I feel like we all worked in a place, right? And where you have you work with people long enough that they eventually become friends, and sometimes you feel you can't talk to them about certain things in certain ways because they're your friend. You can't hold your homies accountable, you know. So then you let the train run on different tracks.
If I'm your friend and you're my friend, you're gonna make sure I'm in the best position to succeed. So I want you to tell me.
People don't see it that way, but I get you.
Yep. No, I know. Yeah. I'm just saying,
but people don't see that. Yeah,
it's like we as Laker fans, we've been dealing with this for years. Back when, God rest his soul, when Dr. Bus passed away, and the Suns took over, and then there was an issue between the Suns and Genie, and you know, like it's every offseason, aside from 2020, because obviously the world was in a peril, right? But like, aside from 2020, every year, every offseason, there's been drama. Every offseason has been drama. Yeah. Every single one. Every single one. There's been drama.
And I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm gonna tie it right back around. That's why I believe this whole Dan Hurley thing wasn't gonna work out. I believe it was all smoke. And now that we're talking about it, the whole, JJ Redick still being a candidate, even Dan Hurley being a candidate to begin with, the only word that comes to my mind that I was telling people when people were asking me, yo, what do you think about this, was just smoke. One, I always believed that it was very difficult to get a college coach out of college, and Josh and I, we spoke about this a while ago. I just look at some of the people that like I look at the Lakers, like back in the 80s when we tried to get what's his name, Tark the Shark, remember him? Yeah, and it was unfortunate that situation happened, right? Mm-hmm. Coach Cal was supposed to come out of college and coach, right? Coach K was even supposed to do that. So it's like a resume of just like past experiences where it's very hard to get those college coaches out because they're playing 30-something games. Meanwhile, NBA is playing 82 plus the games you play additional when you make the playoffs. So what coach wants to sign up for that, And then also drama. Lakers, we always got drama. It's two franchises in the league that will always have drama. Lakers and the Knicks, always. And
the Knicks not in the last couple of years.
Not in the last couple of years, but like just no.
Julius Randle stuff.
It's always drama.
I'm not letting you drama. Not to the extent of Lakers. Not to that extent. Well, y'all got drama.
Yeah, it's always
y'all
new.
throwing people out in the, out of arenas like this. Y'all got some. Y'all got some
8 years ago.
Y'all got some skeletons in y'all closet. Let's.
We not gonna act like y'all been pristine clean, but all right, man.
Yeah,
that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna try to wrap this up, but y'all get what I'm saying though. I just think it's been a lot of drama. So that ties back to Josh's original question, the question that I asked. Do we have that law anymore? And it's like we don't, because they see what's going on, what's been going on with us the past couple of years with the drama, with GD trying to orchestrate this as a family business. Is not working this way. It's not. Sure, we was able to get a championship out of it, but that's because LeBron was like, yo, I pull up, and then everybody else is Clutch is under contract with Clutch, But now it's like, all right, I was thinking to myself, like, if LeBron leaves, what now? What do we do? Who is the next person? Who is the next player that's walking through that door and saying, "I got y'all"? And it ain't. I don't know.
I'll tell you
we don't got that pull.
It's gonna be very, very dark.
Yeah, and I try to be like, you know what, we gonna be all right, Like I would say, oh, we get Ant-Man, we get Tatum, but it's like to this young generation, like, yeah, we the Lakers, everybody remembers Kobe and stuff like that, but it's like, how are we looking after Kobe retired up until now? We got one ring to show for it.
Like you've had LeBron and AD or two top 10 players every year. We're the only. Were we the only team? I think we were the only team that have two All NBA players on the same roster.
Yep.
Two of the top 15 players in the league. Two of those guys are on one squad.
Yep.
And
I believe AD was the only one to make both the defensive and All NBA.
And All NBA.
Yep.
Year after year. Like, okay, LeBron gets here, he gets hurt with the young kids. Lonzo's hurt, Brandon Ingram gets hurt. Cool, injuries happen. That's part of the game. Chalk it up. Cool. At the end of the day, the kids wasn't going to stay anyway. So we wind up getting Anthony Davis. Cool, win the chip, albeit COVID happened, situational stuff. I get that. After COVID, you break up the team. Now, 2021, that year, you add Marc Gasol. Then, during the buyout, when the Lakers were on another historical run that year, literally the back-to-back year.
Yeah.
Later in that season, you add Andre Drummond via buyout.
I remember.
Then you tell Andre Drummond, Rob Pelinka,
we had two ADs.
But you promise him. You promised him to be a starter after Mark was starting for you, and then it just goes away. He don't want to be there no more. He not really playing. He hurt. He just don't want to be there now.
He retired. Who did he last play with? Who did Melo last play with?
Then after that year, you lose to Phoenix in the first round, albeit to AD getting hurt. Cool, I understand that. Then the following year, yes. I am not going to sit here and act like LeBron and AD did not have influence on getting Russell Westbrook. I am not going to sit here and act like that was a big reason why he got to LA. But at the end of the day, you're the GM. Hey, I got this other trade. We finna get Buddy Hield. We finna get some other pieces. I think this is the way to go. And if it don't work by the deadline, cool. We'll trade whoever to get whoever because it didn't work. But no, you decided, okay, let's go on and get Russ.
It was also what Brooklyn did. So it was like,
yeah, I understand that. I get it.
But I get it. In terms of the player, you didn't need the player. You just needed to do something to fill the void.
Yeah, like, cool. The Russell Westbrook situation is a disaster. You give Frank Vogel this roster, an aging roster at that. During that season, albeit to some COVID stuff, but during that season, you add Darren Collison, you add DJ Augustine, you add Isaiah Thomas, you add Patrick Beverley. This is before Patrick Beverley, but you add those guys to the roster.
I forgot IT was a Laker again.
Yes, he was. Let's not forget none of that because I don't. Okay, you trying out a lineup out there that has DJ Augustine, Russ, Melo, LeBron, and DeAndre Jordan, whatever, however you want to do it. Then all we heard was wait till Trevor Ariza get back and he healthy. And he came back and he could not move. Okay? It was terrible. It was so dark that season. Then the following year, you fire Frank, you hire Darvin. You essentially hire Darvin Ham to handle the Russ situation. That's essentially what you do. Because that's all he was kind of here for. Right?
Yeah. That's what he's talking about. Yep.
Then after you trade Russ at the deadline, you get D'Lo and all these guys back. Mind you, Rob, you could have got Mike Conley instead of D'Lo. But you just said you said nah because D'Lo was the cheapest.
Stop right there. Because I know you're not gonna want to say it, but you could have had Irvin if you just offered that stuff. But you see, this is what the Lakers do. The Laker Lord, this is why he's dying. The Lakers thought, we're the Lakers. You accept the deal, or you whatever. And that's just like, yo, we're not doing that. You send them to Dallas. I was like, no, y'all not gonna do it. Y'all gonna call us back. Next thing they know, they sold it on. We send them to Dallas. Yeah, give us the stuff. But this is the problem with the Lakers. They try to get everything for cheap. It's not how we rock anymore.
At the end of the day,
before you ran past that timeline,
because it wasn't just the Lakers. Like let's not sit here and cat. Like Joe Tsai was no, Josh, no, because I know this personally. Joe Tsai was not going to send Kyrie to his preferred destination.
And
he
then
was
what
not going to do it.
What was the other report? And he was like, all right, I will send him to the Lakers. Austin Reeves, Christie, 2 firsts, and then somebody else, some other young player. They was like, no, take Westbrook. We don't want Westbrook.
Should have took the deal. Needless to say, you could have had Mike Conley instead of D'Angelo Russell. Now, you re-sign D'Lo instead of trading him. He has an opt-out. You give him an opt-out for this contract so he can waive his no-trade clause to not trade him by the deadline. Like, what's the point of negotiating
Wait, what?
Yeah,
no
so
trade clause.
When D'Lo read up with the Lakers last offseason, right? He had a no-trade clause in his contract. The Lakers renegotiated the contract. So they took the no trade clause out. That is a fact. I will forward you the story.
That's crazy.
So you knew you were going to move this guy because of his play in the Denver series in the Western Conference Finals. So you already knew he ain't really got it when the playoff time show around. Like when high sophisticated defenses, offenses, he ain't really ready for this. So you negotiate a no trade clause to take out the no trade clause in his contract, which tells everyone, okay, you're probably looking to trade this man by the deadline. You don't do that because D'Lo puts on a heater right before the deadline. Well, yes, right before the deadline, he puts on a heater, and people were like, "Yo, don't fall for it! Don't fall for it!"
They got scared. They was like, "Oh, we might trust this."
And when the playoffs came around, D'Lo was like, "Here I am."
Surprise!
And now he could just walk, and you can't reap no assets from that. Like what? Like at some point, we have to look at the results. We have to look at the body of work. And Jeannie, you have to sit down with Rob and say, "Yo, like what's the thought process behind all this?" Because it's not equating to winning. You have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and you can't build a competent enough roster to make sure that these guys have an opportunity to compete for a championship. Like if the Western Conference Finals was the bar and that was okay, then why fire Darvin Ham to begin with? Because now you got 2 weeks out to the draft. You probably won't have a coach till next week, because if the reports say if things are without being told, then you're gonna hire a coach when the finals are over, and then you got a few days before the draft, and then you tell me that that's a smart strategy.
It's not smart at all.
I'm finished my rant. I'm done.
Yeah, we got to move on to the next topic. Eric, you got the next topic on the deck.
All right, so since we're in the offseason of the NBA, we got more basketball, the WNBA. More preferably the Olympics, which is starting in next month. As you all know, the women's basketball roster has been announced, and Caitlin Clark was not announced as part of the women's dream team.
No big deal, man.
And there's a whole lot of hoopla about it, this and that. But then again, here's the thing. It's a 3-year commitment, right? Also, all the other women who were selected, they have experience before.
Exactly.
And on top of that, there are not enough spots on the roster to put Caitlin Clark in. It's not like the men's, where half of the NBA, half of the teams in the NBA have stars who have international stars. So at least there are spots that are available. In the women's, basically the best players in the WNBA are from here, from America. So you're gonna have a lot of elite women players not make the cut. And unfortunately for Caitlin Clark, there's not enough spots to go around. So now there's this whole dilemma, especially on the big networks, ESPN, Fox.
You have the list?
Don't have the list yet. Let me bring it up. If y'all can bring up the list,
I got you.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
So this big hoopla about if the women's basketball go to game, you should have her on the team for popularity, this and that. But at the same time, should the main goal be win the gold medal for Team USA? That's what we've been told, right? So especially from former NBA players who haven't even watched women's basketball, chiming in, talking nonsense. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Caitlin Clark not being on the roster. Maybe once the 2028 begins, she's definitely going to be on the roster. But
yeah,
as of right now, Asia Wilson, she deserves it. I mean, come on, she's the best player in the game. Like, let's stop right there, okay?
So I have a take about that, but before I get into that take,
so do you have the list?
Yeah, I got the list. All right, so women's Team USA basketball, Nafessa Collier, Kalia Cooper, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, Sabrina Ionescu, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, Asia Wilson, and Jackie Young. The Las Vegas Aces has 4 players that are playing.
It matches their losses for the season.
And what I'm about to say, I don't think it's a wild take.
It's all right. We're gonna see the Liberty soon.
You're petty for that. But I don't know. Man.
And we losing right now, by the way.
The way it's looking, I think Asia Wilson might be the best WNBA player of all time.
Watch your mouth.
I don't know.
Watch your mouth.
I think so.
Watch your mouth.
All time is
you know what?
You talking about Rebecca Lobo, Cynthia Kuba, Cheryl Swoops.
I know.
Teresa Witherspoon.
I know.
Kim Hampton.
Maya Kobe Bryant Moore. Like
Maya Moore.
I know.
She's not better than Maya Moore.
I know. But what I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing
Tamika Catchings.
I know. But She pushing that agenda, yo. She pushing that agenda. She's pushing that agenda.
No, that's
right
worthy
now.
of a conversation. That's
Yeah.
worthy of a conversation.
That's what I said.
game.
I didn't think
Game.
I didn't think I didn't expect y'all to agree with me, but she pushing that agenda, man. From what I'm watching, what I'm seeing, I'm just like, yo, she's on like a statistical run right now. She's pushing that agenda, bro. I think so. Could be when it's all said and done. The Vegas have a chance. The Aces have a chance to three-peat right now. She's in dominant form right now.
But they're getting blown out by the Minnesota Lynx.
So I'm not going to get into what Armani said, but
we can talk about that another day. Talk about that another day as the season progresses. So early.
Yeah,
Commissioner Cup going on.
She got to do a little bit more. I'll just leave it like that. She got to do a little bit more to get in that conversation. But so I don't have a problem with Caitlin not being on the team.
Me neither.
She's not a top 12 player. That's okay. At least for right now, she's not one of the best 12 players in the W right now. I get it from a business and marketing standpoint, though, because a lot of people are blaming the WNBA. The WNBA has nothing to do with the Olympics. Let's just get that out the way. It is the USA Basketball Committee who pick and chooses the players. Their agenda isn't about. It's not a popularity contest, because at the end of the day, they're going to have global eyes on the game regardless. It's the Olympics. It may be in lesser numbers. Yeah, but they're still going to dominate. They're still going to win. Here's why I do understand to a degree as to why people are like, why is she not on it? Because at this moment in time, the attraction that Caitlin's bringing to women's basketball is nothing the women's basketball has ever seen before. So from a marketing standpoint and being able to grow the game from a fan perspective, not having Caitlin on an Olympic team is a miss. But from a basketball standpoint, which is the agenda of USA basketball, is strictly about the game, I have no problem with her not being on the team. She'll be on the team in 4 years when the Olympics are in LA, and that stage is going to be huge, right? So I get it, I understand. I just think the premise is a little bit weird on both ends, because it's like some people are thinking we have to coddle her, which is no, we don't. And then some people believe that, hey, it is what it is. She got to figure it out on her own, and we got to act all tough. You don't got to do that either, right? I just think so it was one point that I heard that, everyone's complaining about, well, we got all these new fans in the W, Well, it's not new fans in the W. They're not, these new fans aren't fans of the W. They're fans of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, so on, because they already had a following in college before the W.
Yeah.
So what those fans did was just go with them to the W. And Josh, I'll let you go after this. At the end of the day, both entities need each other, because yes, Caitlin has to earn her stripe, right? She has to earn everything in the W to get the respect of the players, and vice versa. Players, you have to earn the attention and the eyes of the fan base, because they're the ones that's bringing the fans to the games. It's not y'all. Yeah. No disrespect. I'm just saying, when she's selling out, when she sold out the Crypto.com arena when they played the Sparks last week. 18,000. It was more than the home Laker game, bro.
She's selling out arenas that the Pistons can't sell out.
Think about that.
And Crypto.com and Staples Arena.
Crypto.com arena got LeBron James.
Staples Center.
LeBron James.
Staples Center is a big arena. That arena is huge. Yeah.
People forget there was a preseason game I forgot who Iowa played, and they played in a football stadium, and they sold out 55,000 people.
What? Yeah.
That was a preseason women's college basketball game, bro. So I understand from both perspectives, but at the end of the day, we got to stop acting weird about this whole situation. Both parties need each other. They need Angel Reese. They need Caitlin. They need all of them because at the end of the day, the W is going to move forward. It is what it is. Like these girls, the way college is set up now, like these girls are making. Caitlin has been making so much money. What you think Juju gonna be making by the time she get to the W?
I knew it was coming.
Because Jordan's coming. MJ's on the way. MJ's on the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I get it, but like both sides got to embrace each other because both sides need each other. Like I get it from a marketing standpoint, a global standpoint. Yes, she should be on the Olympic team for that aesthetic, but that's not the criteria. Yeah. And it's okay that she's not on the team. Like we got to stop acting like this is a travesty to the sport of basketball because she's not on the Olympic team.
Yeah. And plus, when you excuse me, I'm gonna say this, and Josh, you could go ahead. Who is she making it over?
Like people are saying, like, oh, Diana Taurasi should have moved around. Like she's 20 years, bro. Like this is her last one. Shut up.
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Right. And also, you
sure that's her last one?
It's the last one. No.
She might be playing in LA. She might be.
Oh man,
she never gonna
That's
retire.
nasty. Nah. That's like Ron saying, yo, you know what? 2028. Yeah, I might beat it. Nah,
man. She looked like that type. Like I'm gonna still be here.
What's crazy? LeBron might get a 3-year anyway. Yeah,
but
like
she ain't making it over those ladies.
And that's okay, man.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Like I think what it is that they expected her to come into the league cooking the same way she did in college, but it's a reality check that this is the professional league. And what we've been seeing so far is, you know, a lot of the reports, a lot of the news that's filtered is attached to her because she's having a slow start. You know, I think Josh said it the other day. They treat her like the Jordan rules, like because they are, they are. They beat her down. They whooping her ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I also think it's a better story to overcome all of that because before she came to the league, they would say what you do in college is not gonna cross over as smoothly as you think, and it's not. And all her fans, everybody's getting a reality check of, whoa, oh, the WNBA is going down the drain because y'all had this high prospect, and you know that y'all was hyping up, and it's not working out. But just let it happen. Enjoy the fun. Enjoy it because down the line, maybe a year or two, she might be one of the best players in the league. So just let it happen. Plus, the Indiana Fever is not a good team. They're not a good team.
They're not, man.
They're not a good team. They're not a good team. So what you expect them to do? Come in and change the whole thing? Like
sometimes it's tough to watch.
It is.
Like, oh.
It is.
You know, but,
so yeah.
No lie, man. It's just been interesting, you know, seeing the discourse that's been going on with Caitlin Clark and her rookie class and Jamel Hill, man. I don't know, bro. I don't even know where to start because there's a lot of blasphemy on both sides. It's like,
it's crazy, bro.
It's like, man, I'm gonna just start here. And I think this is where a lot of people get it confused with the WNBA or USA basketball when it comes to women. It's different from men's. And it's different rules. So I think a lot of people who also are watching WNBA now because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and everybody else, like I think they're thinking, well, Team USA had AD on the Redeem team, even though he didn't even play in the game yet in the NBA. Christian Laettner was on the Dream Team just because he was a college star. It's different for men's USA team and WNBA teams. I will just tell y'all that now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Clayton Clark is not on this team. I get it. If it was the same rules, okay, fine. You might have an argument, but it's not the same argument. Like Ernest said earlier, it's a 3-year commitment. These girls earn the spot. The men, before you had to earn the spot, but they used to give one spot to a college guy. Like, okay, come roll with this because you were supposed to be the chosen. You know what I'm saying?
So the '92 Dream Team, Shaq was supposed to be on the team. They were choosing between Shaq and Christian Laettner, but Christian Laettner was already a senior going into the league, and he was at that time. People listen, please. At that time, I don't want to hear Ernest said that Christian Laettner was a bigger player, a bigger star. At that time, Laettner had a bigger name than Shaq.
He did.
He was the best player in the college game.
He just did.
He was the best player in the college game at that time.
The prospect of AD playing on that USA team, it was just like, yo, this guy could change the league, break the league, and all that. So it's just that. So I think people are confusing that. We're watching the women's game. I think that's where everything is going disarray, right? Well, most of the stuff is going disarray. Not most of it, some of it, because we already know what the other side is, the race part.
No, it's a fact though.
Guys, not everything has to be about race. We're in 2024, man. This is not the Magic and Bird days. Like, what do we? This is what I'm confused about. It's just like, yes, Clayton Clark, great prospect. At the same time, I see both sides. I'm being objective. Her season just ended. She just got drafted. No training camp. Yeah, she's going to struggle. They had no training camp. There's no adjustment period for her in practice at all. This is fair. But at the same time, you can't. How do I say this without? I don't want to violate,
Just say
at the same time, huh?
Just say it. Just say it how it is.
At the same time, because this is a little touchy.
Ernest, I don't think you should have told him that.
Nah, I'm not going. All right,
just say it, bro. Like it is what it is. Like
here we go.
I'm saying they treating her like this because she's white. All this stuff. It's just like
when I think Alyssa Thompson. When Alyssa Thompson clocked Angel Reese, there was no outrage of that.
It was a fake little outrage, but it wasn't to this extent. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
we didn't get think pieces.
Yes, exactly. Like what pissed me off, like Shannon Sharp said something this morning that pissed me off. About was it this morning or yesterday? I don't know. Whatever. I came across it, and he mentioned, the '92 Dream Team put Jordan on the team because like Jordan was his like big, prolific thing. And I'm like, hold on,
That's different.
People don't realize Jordan was called God in '88. like you forget everything Jordan did before '92.
He earned their respect. He earned
their respect. By the time he got to 92, like at that time, Jordan was the biggest thing ever. So, like for him to say, well, not having Caitlyn is the same thing, not having Jordan. Hold on, Caitlyn has nothing comparable. I'm sorry. We gotta stop the overhype.
And this is the other thing with the basketball discourse. This is what I don't like. This is the only sports that allow this. Why is a football player talking about basketball? You don't have basketball players talking about football. You don't have hockey players talking about come on. Why is he allowed to talk about this? Because he don't understand it. And now you getting these.
It's his media personality. Yeah,
but still,
I get what you're saying. But yeah,
you get these ridiculous takes because he never bred this sport. This is not his sport. Talk about also football, Shannon Sharp.
Also,
we respect you. Like, come on, like. This is my problem, and this is why the basketball discourse in women's and men's now is just horrible because we allow anybody to just disrespect the sport of basketball, talk blasphemy on the sport of basketball.
Yep.
Even though this is like a side combo about Shannon Sharp, because I've been feeling like Why does he get to talk all this and why are we taking this take seriously? That's a side combo. But back to Caitlin Clark. I just let her earn her spot. Let's just go over there. Let's earn her spot.
Exactly.
And
Let
I
it
want
happen. Let it happen.
It's been a while since we talked, so this has been a lot we've been taking in. The pretty privilege that she gets she don't get no pretty privilege in basketball, guys. Jamel Hill. That's enough. Like, I get the overreaction with the because you like, okay. But at the same time, she's not getting no extra privilege in the sport of WNBA because of she likes men and she's white and pretty. That's what Jamel Hill said in her article. That she gets special treatment because of that. And I'm like,
that's just nasty work.
I was like stuff like that is like now these are divisive things,
right?
That you're just trying to split this whole.
And this is how you get two extremes on both ends.
That's what it is. Because I like Caitlin Clark. We love the rivalry. We talked about it for a year, 2 years. We knew it was coming to this because we always said Bird and Magic. But now it's just ridiculous things being said on both sides. Yeah. And it's just like, what? Well, this girl hasn't said anything.
No.
This girl hasn't.
When they asked her about it yesterday, and she came out and she said, yeah, I have no problem not playing. Like that's a decision that they made. It's okay.
Right.
And people are arguing on her behalf. Listen to travesty. Like, and she's just like, that's fine, guys. I never complained. I never complained about
and when people don't realize too, like,
no CC, no watch.
Like Josh, you mentioned her schedule, like as she came into the league. After the championship game, 2 weeks later, she gets drafted. Season starts, no training camp. Then you want her to go into the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right. Then you want her to go right into the Olympics. She's not gonna have an offseason. Like, bro, she's been playing basketball straight for at least a year and a half straight. She might actually need the rest.
Yeah.
Like, chill out. Like, it's not that serious. Chill out.
And also, see, since we're on the CC topic, Angel Reese, can you please chill?
Yes, please.
You're not helping this because
these tweets that you be saying. I told Josh the other day, you can't be talking like this and then get your first block like what? 5-6 games into the season.
Chill.
As a big, you can't do that. Please, you can't do that.
Angel Reese, you're special.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
You're special, but you got to call Hakeem this offseason because 30% from the field. Come on.
As a
you're
big.
better than that. You're way better than that. I know you're way better than that. Come on,
This is why, like, a part of me, I remember I said this about the draft. Like I said, I think she should have stayed one more year. Because
you did say that.
All she could have done was just work on her game for the year, right? You're already getting the money. Your off the court deals are more than your actual rookie salary. So it's not the money. I get it. Getting to the W is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah,
I get it. But like, if you could have spent the year, you're already dominating in college. So like you could have just worked on your game with actual in-game reps and just to, you know what I'm saying? And like your draft stock could have went higher instead of you going. Where she went? 4th, 7th. She went 7th. You could have probably went 2-1 next season.
Yep.
You know, depending on you and Paige, right? Like, so I'm just saying. If she all I'm saying is if she would have dominated and would have been able just to work on her game,
I get you.
She could have gone 1. You know what I'm saying?
I understand why she came out. She's like, yo,
my biggest rival
entered. I gotta go.
No, yeah, of course. Like, if Caitlin going out, you gotta do it. It makes sense. It just because y'all tied together. I won't be surprised they wind up on the same team somehow in the future. I can see it.
That will
break. Nah, we don't need that. We don't need that. Stay apart.
No, it'll happen because I'm telling you right now, when Juju gets to the league, I'm telling you right now, they gonna listen. Caitlin better get her bearings in order because I'm telling you right now, when Juju gets to the league, bro. Ooh, Paige Bleach too.
You know, WNBA. Well, one thing WNBA is learning from, they learning from the drama NBA, and drama sells.
Yeah, of course.
Amen.
Yeah. At the end of the day, drama's going to sell. The W hasn't been talked about this much since its inception, right? So I get it. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I know how the media works and all. I get all that,
man. The race talk right now is just like, okay, y'all trying to create something that's
we
not
know that's
here.
gonna happen, though.
You got people saying, literally talk about extreme. People are saying, "Yo, America, this is a travesty to the country." Country.
Yeah, of course.
You're not patriotic. We're not having on the team. Like, what? Stop. What are we doing?
Like I said, no CC,
no
there. What?
So Sabrina's still there. Kelsey Plum is still there. Like, what are we doing there?
Tarasi's
still there. Like, come on, man, what are we doing there? And they still go beat every women's team by 50.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's the show for today, guys. It's not. But you know, that's the world we live in, and it's a little clickbait. And but yeah, thank you guys. This was a heartfelt episode. I had to let some things off my chest.
Ernest, I'm not gonna lie though. You stole my Nets flow about Sean Marks bar for bar for real, like, and you just replace Sean Marks and put Pelinka.
It's frustrating, man. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, literally, after the Woj fake came out, and with that story, I'm like, wait, something don't add up. Then I just started like digging in, and I'm just like, yeah, this, yeah, like, yeah, Jeannie, you're like getting played like this all the time. Like, you like being a laughing stock. Like, this is not fun. It is not fun.
Yep.
I just want to have a regular off season. Okay, like we go into the off season, we make a couple moves. All right, we get ready for the season. Ain't all the drama.
That's it.
Like, damn.
That's it.
Damn.
What's the Lakers without drama, man?
It's annoying. Yo, it's so annoying. Gosh, it's annoying. It's annoying.
That had such a hard life. Oh my gosh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
Armani, this is the struggle they don't realize. They don't
the struggle.
Oh, the struggle we don't realize, Eric. Oh my goodness.
Here we go again.
This is the struggle.
Here we go again.
Yo, we haven't won a championship in the last 4 years. We haven't.
Oh my goodness. 5 years, one title. Oh, the agony. Oh my god.
Excuse me?
Oh my god, the agony. Oh,
yo,
we haven't made the finals since 2020. Oh,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
The terror, the horror.
And on that note, peace and love, everybody.
Spoiled to the rotten core, I tell you.
Yo.
Wait. It's been a year since we've been in the Western Conference. Oh, no.
Oh my God, the Celtics gonna win the 18th title. Oh no.
We're one away.
We're one behind. Oh,
It sucks, man.
Eric, I ain't gonna hurt you.
Ouch.
Eric, I ain't gonna hold you. I low-key feel that way, bro. That's what
that's how I feel too. Like, like we had a chance to get 18 so many times, bro.
But like I was telling Josh the other day, right?
I'm trying to get number 3.
I think.
Like, come on, man.
I think we can all agree here. Like, I think. Well, actually, I can't. I don't want to say that because we're trying to push a non-biased show. But I, as a Laker fan, right, and Ernest can speak to this too. Well, maybe we don't like the Celtics, but
no, we don't.
I don't have no energy with anybody on that team. Now, I say a lot of crap about Jaylen Brown, about him getting the 306 last year, can't go left, ha. But as far as like personal vendetta, nope. The last Celtic I had a personal vendetta that I still have to this day is Paul Pierce. Number one dude. That's out here. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. But still milking this 2008 championship. And I would never forgive him for that wheelchair situation.
They They won. Here's the thing that's gonna piss me off about the Celtics and that fan base, because they've won one championship since 1980, whatever, right?
1986.
And they're gonna this one that they're gonna win this year. They're gonna milk, bro. They're going to milk this,
as you should, though.
Yeah. I give it to
My
you.
franchise won one. Y'all never gonna forget about it. I'm bringing up in every we could be talking about, yo, can you believe how bad the Hornets are? Yo, the Nets, man. That shit they won, bro.
And that's another thing
every
too,
time.
And don't let the Knicks win the championship, because
like Jeannie, your dad wouldn't want this, man. The whole goal, Dr. Buss, may he rest in peace. Dr. Buss, his whole main objective was we got to get more chips than the Celtics. You had opportunities to do so, and you can't get over it. You just fix it. It got to get fixed. And you got to run a proper organization.
Are y'all clippering right now?
Same though. Intuit.com, baby.
Don't.
Intuit don't.
We're not a fan base full of toilets. Let's stop that.
No. I'm saying like the jealousy thing.
Are we jealous of the Clippers?
No. You know how the Clippers are always jealous of y'all, but now y'all like jealous of the Celtics?
The Celtics? I'm jealous of the Celtics' willingness to win. Yes, that's what I'm jealous of.
Every single year,
they've been doing something just to build. If this don't think about this. A dude played when his sister passed away, and they let that man die. Like no disrespect, but like they let him just injured and all, because they're like, yeah, you're not enough.
He was supposed to get a big contract.
Yes, shout out to IT, and I would hate the Celtics forever for doing that, but this is how they operate. Marcus Smart, fan favorite. We love Marcus, heart and soul of the Celtics. Yeah, get him out of here.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, get him out of here. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
business is business. You got don't get personal.
And that's the only
Robert
thing.
Williams, they was like, yo, your knees.
Yeah, you need
to play early.
6 man of the year.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
It works before they see it.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm just saying, I'm not jealous of. I'm never jealous of Celtics, but I'm just jealous of the fact that their front office, no matter what, is looking to get better every single year.
Shout out Brad Stevens.
The Lakers, you know how they operate? They operate as if, can we trust LeBron and AD to stay healthy? And because we can't, we don't fully commit. Like that's what they do. They don't fully commit.
Or it's what's everybody else thinks. Who everybody else thinks is the best team? Are we better than them? Let's try to overpower. Let's try to see if we can match up with that team that everybody else crowns as the best. And see how that goes.
Yeah. So
even though the Nuggets, it was weird. They was just like, yo, let's just run it back. Let's just run it back, boys. We can beat the Nuggets again. No problem.
It's just a lot of questionable decisions and too many cooks in the kitchen, and it's too many emotions involved within that front office franchise. And then you wonder why the stars are like, all right, we're gonna just take matters into our own hands, because if y'all not doing the things y'all supposed to do, like, are we sure? AD played the most games he's ever played in his career this year.
Is he gonna do that in 2025?
And they're playing the Olympics, so I'm like, ooh. Like,
oh yeah, Braun and AD about to be.
Remember the last time we had a short off season? Remember that?
And AD still got that big contract.
People forget, like, those guys are still playing this summer.
Are we betting the Lakers wins unders for next season? Yeah, I'm doing it.
I gotta see how the final roster look like, but yeah. That's all I'm just saying. Like Lakers got to put things into perspective here. Like, you want to compete, you spend the money. And if you don't have the money, you can get an investor tomorrow. Like, let's stop.
Yeah. They said if you sent, you could sell like
keep your
10%.
pick.
You can sell 10% of the Lakers and still get that's like $750 million.
Yeah.
And keep your draft pick.
No, trade that. Like, you need to get better. Trade the draft pick. Like, that's another thing. You draft Jalen Hood-Schifino, a guard, and you already had D'Lo. You had oh my gosh. You added
Playmaker. How you forget Playmaker?
Hold on. I'm getting to that. But you had D'Lo, you add Gabe Vincent, you draft Jalen Hood-Schifino, you have Austin Reeves, then you go and add Dinwiddie.
Oh man.
Like what? Like, come on, man. Knowing that we needed a big. Nah, Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood is they recruited Christian Wood. They recruited Christian Wood every single day of the offseason. Christian Wood was like, nah, I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna wait. And then when he realized nobody was picking him up, shit.
I guess.
I
remember y'all was hyped for that. We need a replay of that episode. He's like, yeah, Christian Wood, yeah. We got
Armani about damn Christian C-Pause. He was like,
C-Pause, man. We got that, man. We got D'Lo.
Jackson Hayes was that guy, bro. Jackson Hayes.
No, I was not high on Jackson Hayes.
I was high on Jackson Hayes.
I was not. I was pissed,
bro. I was like,
I went to work the next day pissed. I was like, we signed Jackson Hayes, and then Ernest tried to make a case. Oh, he's an athletic, rebounding, big block. I said, is he guarding Nikola Jokic?
He did no rebound. I mean, there were some games he had some flashes, but like, yeah.
Flashes at 26?
Yeah, he had some flashes, man.
Oh, that's just like the other guy, Cam Reddish.
Yeah, I died on that hill.
I warned you about him.
And speaking of, hold on. To make it worse, to make matters worse, and then we're done. Cam Reddish and Christian Wood also got player options.
Come on, man. Like I watched enough bad basketball from the Nets to see when a guy is this is a facade. This is fake. And I told y'all with Cam Reddish. I told y'all with the next Kawhi, which I said looking like the next Kawhi over there. I told y'all what happened with D'Lo because he was on my team. I told you when it matters most, he's 15 a game. Inconsistent shooting. You're gonna be ripping. Why would you do that? Why are you not making the open shot? I told y'all. I've seen enough bad basketball to point out an inconsistent bad player. And y'all was like, Josh, you don't know what you're talking about. Come on, Josh. The depth is Braun. They round Braun, man. They round Braun and AD. I tried to tell y'all.
Man,
Vandal can't even see the floor since he got traded.
Who?
Vandal. He can't even see the floor since he got traded.
He hurt his foot because he was going to be the starter, but he hurt his foot. So
that's what I'm saying. He can't even see the floor. He injury prone.
He like the West Coast OG.
Why you think Minnesota was like? You had to think Tim Connelly was like, yo, we get rid of these dudes. As soon as he got rid of, what happened to Minnesota? Minnesota went up. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, it's dark, man. It's real dark, and I don't know where we go from here. Hopefully, by the time we get back on for episode 68, we'll have a coach, and we could talk about that. And
we'll possibly have a champion.
And a new champion. So
possibly.
Yeah. Well, ain't no possibly.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to put this out there like that, but if it's a sweep, pod that night. Pod that night. If it's a sweep, pod that night.
Bet. Look, I carry my laptop and equipment everywhere I go. Man.
Pod that night. If it's a sweep, we gotta get this done.
I'll run to the Apple store.
I got some stuff that I tucked in the safe in my chest, in my heart, that I gotta say, and I hope it's a sweep. It's not. I know it's not. Luka is Luka, so it's just like I don't know. This could turn. This whole series could turn.
And with KP being hurt, you never know how this could. Yeah.
But if this is a sweep, it's gonna get nasty for Mr. Hell up in here, man. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Well, everybody with they. Oh my God, I'm just so happy for Kyrie. Why everybody so sympathetic for a millionaire right now, man? Everybody so sympathetic. I'm so happy for Kyrie.
Speaking of like Kendrick Perkins, like what you said about LeBron was corny, bro. Like, oh, here you go trying to make it about himself, bro. He's on his own podcast, right? There's nothing wrong with. He said like, yo, he's playing great, he's doing great. Damn, I wish he was still my running mate still. How does that making it about you then about like I guess them clutch checks stop rolling in.
We know what that's about though. LeBron always do that. This is a LeBron thing. Like
name me a time.
What? He always every time he sees somebody doing good like that he used to be teenage with. He would throw a little like
say, hey, big head.
Like we're different now. Like he did it when he thought they was gonna get Kyrie, and he was like, "Man, Kyrie's such a great guy." Like, man,
the Lakers wanted Kyrie too.
I'm just saying. He just throws that out there, and it's just like, okay, bro, we get it, bro. We get it. Just let it rock. Like, say that now. Why you gotta say that as soon as they in the front? Oh man, such a great guy.
Because JJ brought it up. They brought it up.
Why?
Because everyone else is also talking about it, and no one's like,
because
everyone else is talking about it.
All of a sudden, everybody's on a Kyrie apology tour, and I'm like, bro, how he's feeling so bad for a guy that put all this on himself? I don't get it. I've never seen it in my life, but hey, it is what it is. Let's be real. I'm wilding. That's crazy to say.
You gotta let it go.
Is that no?
I'm not. Thing is in the past.
No, but I'm saying. Even in Boston, he put that stuff on himself.
Yeah.
He been putting it on himself, and then people's like, "Oh man, I'm just so happy for him. I feel bad for him before." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Why are we feeling bad for people that do stuff to themselves?"
I get it,
but I'm not gonna say that. I guess we could talk about that on another show. But I have a take about that.
He averaging. Really a take, but he averaging. That right there, 15 forever. Like that's really what 15 forever is. Double entendre.
End the show.
All right.
End the show. End the show.
That's it.
End the show.
Until next time, guys. Peace and love. Take care of yourself. Take care of everybody.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
see you next time,
man.
Like, comment, subscribe, DM us, all that stuff. We on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. Hit us up. Let's talk hoops.
We got it.
Luka taking game 3, man. All right.